Hey everybody, it's Rachel with Rachel Q Stitches and welcome to my channel. Today is Tuesday, August 16th, 2022, and this is Flosstube number 72. I've done about 10 takes of this, so y'all have got to forgive me. Anyway, this is a channel mostly about cross stitch. Sometimes I will throw in other stitchy goodness such as quilting or crochet or anything else that I might do with needle and thread. But for the most part, it is cross stitch. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I have had quite the uptick of subscribers this week. And so if you're new and you subscribed, let me know down below how you found me. If it's another Flosstuber, I'd like to thank them for a shout out. If it's part of the YouTube logarithm, awesome. But if you just let me know how you found me. I'm kind of interested in those types of things. My dog is about to bark because our neighbor is walking. Hold on. Sorry, my dogs don't like my neighbor. He walks and he's got a hat with a little cape on the back to protect his neck, and he jogs until the cape flaps, and my dogs just think that is ridiculous. Anyway, so he might bark again. If he does, I'll shut it down because he's got a big boy bark. Anyway, so yes, let me know how you found me if you're new here, if you're a new subscriber, or if you're just a regular viewer who just decided to subscribe. Just let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, if you are a returner, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you coming back. And we had quite the interesting discussions in the comments down below. I did have one lady, and Char J 70, I can never remember your numbers. Anyway, she comments all the time, and she's such a wonderful YouTube friend. And she answered the question, but somebody asked what WIPGO is. And I do have a WIPGO piece that I stitched on. So WIPGO is, it's a game. You know, you make your own rules, you make your own prizes, but it's kind of like bingo. Jessie Marie does stuff, who has a YouTube channel, and I do link it down below along with her Facebook group. Anyway, she calls out 2 numbers a month, and you build yourself a bingo board of projects that you want to work on for the year. And so she calls out the numbers, and when the numbers are called out, you reach the goal. Now, some people might work on that project before the numbers are called, and they mark them as done, but they don't mark them as called. So when you get, you know, a row of marked done. Oh, I'm having a hard time. When you get a row of called and done goals, you reward yourself. I don't reward myself. I don't have any, you know, big rewards. I want, you know, if I need something, I buy it, you know, if I have the money, but I don't have any rewards. It's just to get me to, it was mainly, I did it because I needed a way of choosing what projects to work on. So WIPGO is what I do. And I'll probably do it again next year. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying somebody else making the decision for me, but at the same time, it's things that I want to do. So it's pretty neat that way. Anyway, so that is what WIPGO is. And like I said, I do link all that down below if you have any questions. Jessie Marie does a much better job at describing it than I do. Anyway, so that was the main question in there. I don't think there were any other questions that I needed to address, but thank you everybody for your comments on my stitching and what I do. I really appreciate it. Oh, somebody did ask me, how do I choose my pandemic colors? So my pandemic, I am using, and I don't have it with me. I don't believe I have it in this room. I have a box that my mother bought for me back in the 90s that had a sample of every color DMC at the time, and of just their solid colors. I don't think they had variegated back then. And so my mom bought me this box, and it stayed in a box with all my cross stitch stuff. For years, I had stopped cross stitching, and I did quilting, and I raised kids, and I homeschooled kids, and so I didn't do a lot of stitching. And so this box just languished away, all wrapped up. I might have used a piece here and there for a chart that I was doing, but for the most part, the box stayed complete. So when the pandemic hit, and sorry, my son just texted me. So when the pandemic hit and pandemic, Long Dog Sampler released the pandemic, everybody was choosing colors, and most people were choosing a color theme, or most people were choosing one solid color or one variegated color to do the whole thing. They're all done. I'm not. Well, I say they are all. Most of them are done. A lot of them are done. And there is a Facebook group for the pandemic stitch. But anyway, so I decided to pull out this box and use these threads. And finally put them to use. And sorry. Put them to use. So what I do is I go to a website, and I will try to link it down below. It's called Stitch Palettes. Now she has a paid subscription where you can like upload a picture, and the computer or whatever will pick out all the DMC numbers that kind of go with that picture. She has pre-made palettes where she takes a picture and does the same thing. But she also has a search engine where you can go in there and you can enter in a DMC number that you like, and it'll choose several palettes to go with it. So that's kind of what I do. I go through my box, I see what DMC number jumps out at me, I pull it out, I go on Stitch Palettes, and I enter that number in, and I get a choice of several different palettes of colors. And I choose the one that either A, I have the most of because I'm starting to run out of colors, or something close to, or something that really, really I like. I do have a chart of all the DMC colors, and as I use them, I'll highlight them. My goal is to have all the DMC colors in there, at least one length of thread. So toward the end, I will probably be using the new colors and hopefully have all of the old ones in there. So anyway, hopefully that box will get used up and I can say, hey mom, look, I finished it. Thank you. Thank you for the gift. Anyway, so that is my very long explanation of how I choose my pandemic colors. So I hope that answers your question. All right, let's get to stitching. So my stitching, I have a new start. It's a new restart. And then I have my WIPGO piece and I have my Sunday stitches. And that is all that I have stitched this week. And I'll explain that at the end or when I get to it. So a new start. Back when I got back into cross stitch. I got back into cross stitch. For those of you that are new, my mom passed away in 2018. I was going through her things and I found some old cross stitch that she had started. There were some little ornaments and I finished them all. And I sat down and I told my husband I forgot how much I enjoyed this. I can sit on the sofa with them. By this time, my kids were all grown. And so I didn't have to worry about little pieces, needles and whatnot everywhere. So I went to Hobby Lobby and they had a sale, a clearance sale, and I picked up a couple of kits. And this is one of them. This is a kit that I picked up. It is by Janlin. It is called Joy of Spring. It came with 14 count Aida, and like I said, I was new back at cross stitch and I had never done anything full coverage before. So this was quite the ambitious piece for me to start. So I started on the 14 count Aida. I tried to grid it. You know, my philosophy is if I can't count to cross stitch, I can't count to grid. And that's pretty much what happened. So I went, and I really like it, and I really wanted to do it. So I went and I went to 1, 2, 3 stitch, and I bought some gridded Aida. And for the most part, when I start a cross stitch, I start in the lower right-hand corner. That's just where I start. I used to start in the middle. I tried starting at the top, right, left, like everybody else. But for some reason, I like starting here and working my way like that. So anyway, so this is what I got started right here. So I'm excited. The grids really help for full coverage. I do believe I will become a gridded Aida person. This is actually 18 count Aida, easy grid. And that's what I've done. So I'm excited because I really do like this picture. So I'm glad I restarted. I am using the kit floss. Hopefully I'll have enough. It does have DMC numbers. Like I said, I started up here. So that was all 310. So probably what I'll do is just pull out a couple of skeins of 310. I didn't use any other colors. So I'll probably just pull some 310s out and just use them instead of the kit floss because I don't want to run out. I am using a smaller count, so I don't think I'll run out. But there it is. Bottom left. So that is Joy of Spring. It is a kit by Janlin. It is still available. But like I said, my Hobby Lobby had it on clearance for like $6 or something like that. So that's what I did. So that was the first thing. I worked, I think a good 2 to 3 days. My husband's back in school, so I have more stitching time. Not that he gets in my way, it's just we do a lot when he is home for the summer. We do a lot together. So he's back in school. School started officially with students came AB days, Thursday and Friday last week, and Monday, yesterday, was all students. So he's got full classrooms. So anyway, and then my next WIPGO piece is Lavender Lace Blue Moon Angel. This is a piece that I picked up at a thrift store. It was a full kit along with the already started piece that she started, not on the kit fabric because I still have that, but she started on a 36 count even weave in blue. And I do not do well with dark colored fabrics. And so it was very hard. I was making mistakes. So I dyed some 16 count Aida. And here's what I've done. So last time you saw it, I had the wings finished. And I used the enclosed gold thread right here. See a little sparkle. It was not bad from what I can understand. It's the DMC version. So that is what I used. And then this is just regular DMC right here. The kit did come with floss and threads. So that's all I got done on this Blue Moon Angel, but I'm excited. Working with the metallics was not as bad as I thought it would be. It really wasn't, but boy, those wings, I love those wings. Look at them. You know, stitching it, you don't realize the veins of the wings, but oh, the feathers, oh, so pretty. Anyway, so I'm hoping that next time I work on it, which will be week after next, I will get some of her face and hair done. Maybe you can kind of see the outline of her little nose and her mouth. So anyway, this is Blue Moon Angel. This is Lavender and Lace. And this was a kit that the lady before me had bought on clearance from Hobby Lobby. So I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, so there she is, Blue Moon Angel. And she's so pretty. I do shop a lot of thrift stores. Like I said, if you're new here and you don't know. And this was like a score for me. There were also several other lavender and lace patterns that were there. And I picked them all up. I actually sold one of them because I didn't think I'd use it after going through it and looking at it. I didn't care for it. But there are a couple that I really do like. One of them's The Bride, and I've always liked that one. So I remember when it first came out. Anyway, Sunday Stitches. Okay, so Sunday Stitches are by Heartstring Samplery, and I am doing Blessed Assurance right here. Now, you see this little flower right here? I had a hard time with that because there is a leaf missing on this piece right here that is charted. So I don't know if the model stitcher missed it. I don't know if they added it later, but this is a piece that I do on Sundays. I didn't get anything done this Sunday because we had a really, really busy weekend. I didn't stitch it all this weekend. Saturday I had class for the ministry school that I'm in. So I had class all day Saturday, and then Sunday we really had a busy day. So I didn't get any stitching done on Sunday, so I did this yesterday. So this is what I have for Blessed Insurance, and this is the little leaf I'm talking about that's missing. So that's what I got done. I'm almost done with this page. This page ends right about here, and some of the words are right there. And then I kind of started the leaves. So I'm hoping that next Sunday I'll get more of it done and hopefully do this page and maybe start the next page. But that's it right here. So these are really fun, and I think I have 5 more after this one left. So I'm hoping to finish them by the end of the year, and I can start another Sunday stitch, which I'm not sure what it's going to be. I do want it to have something scriptural in it, or you know, along those lines. That's what I like these, because they were the hems. So I'm looking for something like that, but not something too big. I really like these because I feel like, oh, you know, it's a lot of finishes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm gonna look around and see what they have. I do have an idea of a once a month project that I want to work on, so I might throw that on Sundays, and that is Nora Corbett's 12 Days of Christmas Patterns. I started collecting them. I started collecting the fabric and the beads and whatnot for them. So I think I might actually put those on Sundays and see how far I get on each one. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe that's what I'll do. Anyway, so plans. WIPGO. Pandemic will come out this week for 2 days. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to finish up the little area and hopefully stop going up and move to the side, because I need to move to the side. Although it would be kind of neat to go all the way to the top and make sure I have enough fabric, because that would be tragic. That would be very, very tragic. I might have to do it in 2 pieces if that happens. But anyway, I don't think it will. But anyway, so Pandemic will come out for 2 days. Then also I have Princess Elliana on the 17th for my daughter's birthday. That is tomorrow. And I might actually start on that today, just because I've really been enjoying working on it and I want to get a lot done on it before the end of the year. And then I have the Cherish piece, which is the little quilt block that I am doing on the 19th, which is the 19th. March 19th is my mother's birthday. May 17th is my daughter's. So that's why I do it on the 17th. So March 19th is my mother's birthday. So I work on this Cherish piece on the 19th of every month. So that'll come out. And then on the 20th is a World Honeybee Day. And if you've been here for a couple of weeks, you'll know what's going on. And I will be stitching Gathering Honey. This is out of a Cross Stitch and Country Crafts magazine, May, June, 1987. And for the record, that is when I graduated from high school. So this is Gathering Honey, and I really like it. It says, pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the body. Proverbs 16:24. So that's why I'm doing this one. I just really love it. So that'll be coming out on the 20th. I have my fabric for it. And while my video uploads, I will be getting floss. Going through all my floss containers that I really need to wrangle into one. And I will be doing that. So that is what I have for this week for you guys. That's about it. A little personal news. Like I said, I started back up at school. I did well this week. It was a really interesting book. This next book is kind of thick, and it is an online class. And I don't stitch during online classes because I am taking notes. And they do see me, so I hate for them to see me stitching while I'm doing my class. And then I have... I can't remember. Anyway, so... that's it. Yesterday was my husband's birthday, so happy birthday to my husband. He turned 54. I'm telling his age, but he doesn't mind. Anyway, we celebrated his birthday Friday with the kids, but my daughter couldn't make it. She has a friend get married, so she had shower things that they were doing. And then, so she came over last night. Her and our youngest son, our middle child, came over and they ate with us. And it's always fun having them around. They're 11 months apart, so I refer to them as the twins. And people are like, they're twins? Really? I can see it. I can see it. And if you saw my 2 children, you would... Anyway, they're not twins. Anyhow, and so they came over and they celebrated their dad and they ate the rest of the cake. So that was nice. And... so that's pretty much all we did. And so this week we'll be stitching. Like I said, my husband's back in school, so I have more time to stitch. I don't go as many places. So anyway, that's all I have. Like I said, if you're new here, let me know how you found me, and I would really appreciate it. I will see you guys next week, Lord willing. Y'all have a good day and happy stitching. Bye-bye.